Okay, there we go. Awesome. Hello, friends. We are back for yet another episode of Always Be Brewing. And this time I am joined with another person with me to do a really fun deck build this evening. Normally it's just you and me in chat, but tonight we have a special guest who's a very wonderful person, a very wonderful friend, ALK Alters, who is super passionate about deck building, actually loves to deck build, and has actually helped me on some of my personal brews myself. ALK, say hello to the lovely little people in chat.
Hi everyone, it's me, ALK Alters. You might know me from Chase's stream playing Commander. Otherwise, I do pretty magic card alters on the internet. But what are we doing tonight?
We are going to be oh yeah, my chat isn't working. It's because I keep on blocking it out because I'm such a smart person. Chat is very smart about me forgetting to do things. Tonight we are building Inniaz the Gale Force, which at first glance looks like a mono blue commander. It actually is not. It is an Azorious commander. Colors that I'm actually very nervous about touching, so I'm actually really happy that I have someone to lean on tonight for this. Inniaz is a 5-mana CMC 3 and 2 blue 4/4 legendary Djinn with flying, and you can tap 2 and either a white or a blue to give attacking creatures with flying 1/1 until end of turn. And whenever 3 or more creatures you control with flying attack, each player gains control of a non-land permanent of your choice controlled by the player to their right. So this is very an interesting card, and I actually really like this card, mostly because it involves turn order. Well, not really turn order, but like player placement. And I think that's pretty neat, to be quite honest. And Jason in chat, it is working on my overlay, so hopefully you can see it. So ALK, what do you think about this card? Because it scares me. Actually,
Well,
it does scare me a lot.
It is a weird card because it's it has two basic directions that it pushes you in. The first is obviously flying tribal, with both of its abilities, all of its abilities technically, because it has flying. And then the last ability also has a switching control, but it is conditional. You have to have 3 or more creatures you control with flying attack, which is a decent number of creatures you have to have on the board to do the whole switcheroo. But there's some possibility there. It's in some of the same colors as Zedru, so there's some Zedru cards that we could work with. And then there's just some flying matter stuff that's always fun to do too.
Oh, I forgot about Zedru actually. So that's kind of neat because I forgot about that card. So we're going to go ahead and begin the brew. So it says chat can't hear music. So give me 10 seconds to see if I can fix the music, if that's all right with you, ALK.
Okay.
Because usually I have it through... My audio has been very weird lately, and I did just restart my computer, so that will affect my audio, won't it? Can you speak now, ALK? Okay, they can't hear you now. Muffins on Hill is wonderful.
We could have had something special.
I'm going to see if I can get one more audio capture device on my overlay really quickly. So while I do and sound like a professional streamer. So you said Zedru cards. Let's see. Speakers. Real tech. Let's see. It'll pop up. Okay. Yay. I think it's working. Oh my god. Chat, tell me if you can hear the music. Please tell me you can hear the music, because I worked real hard on doing the music, but I worked real hard. I mean, I did it in 2 seconds. Definitely can hear the music. Yeah, I had it on full volume for 10 seconds. I didn't mean that. I'm so sorry. Tell me if it sounds too loud. I'm so sorry. Try Gamer says it is. Yay, so now we can officially begin. ALK. Okay, here we go.
Nice.
So I'm actually a little bit excited because I'm not gonna lie, I don't read cards, which sounds very stupid for me to be a person who plays Commander. But sometimes I don't read cards all the way. I'll just read the first half of it. And I didn't know that it said to the right. And I think that's actually really sick. So, just typed in Azorious into lands, so that's pretty good. Island and plains. And so now we will go ahead and begin with the ever fun, card recommendations. So we have some already in chat. So we have like Healer's Hawk, which is like a good like 1 mana like flying lifelink burb. So we'll just plop that in. But Alk, do you have any concepts of cards that you think would be like super cool to plop in?
Yeah, I've come up with a few. Going on the Zedru line, Pendant of Prosperity was a card that was just printed in Commander 19, and is not very good, except in this specific case. Because it enters the battlefield under the control of an opponent of your choice, and then that player has it, and they can draw a card, then you can put a land from your hand on the battlefield, and then the artifact's owner can do the same thing. But if you can get it under your control, basically you use the same ability twice. Because you activate it, and then you're the owner, and you activate it again. So you put it onto the battlefield and then you use Inniaz's ability to give it to yourself.
Okay, I definitely like that. This is definitely big brain plays, and I'm not used to big brain plays, but I like this, actually. I dig this a lot. Someone in chat recommended 9 Lives, which, I'm trying to remember if you played in that game with me and Jason, but Jason was playing ahead as commander as Inniaz, and he actually took damage to get himself to 7 damage, and then, was it called trade? Or borrow or something. Donate. He donated 9 lives to his opponent, and then dealt more damage, and then killed. And then he got rid of 9 lives, and he killed his opponent with his own card. And I thought that was very funny.
Yeah, that sounds great. That's a good inclusion.
Yeah,
and I like the cat theme on it, even though we're with birds. But cats eat birds, so I guess it's thematic.
Alrighty, what else do we got? Some people in chat were recommending Sarah Ascendant. What are your thoughts on that?
Sarah Ascendant is a good card. It's something that's... I mean, it's definitely a good 1-drop flyer if you can get it out before you get beneath 30 life. It's definitely the best 1-drop flyer. It might draw some hate, but it's also you can also gain a ton of life off of it, so I think it's good to go in the deck.
Cool. My computer doesn't like me, so it's being slow now. So let's enjoy this cool loading screen while we think about. So Sarah Ascendant. Some people in chat are already getting really good ideas too. Like I definitely agree about oh gosh, I just lost it. Favorable Winds, I think.
Favorable Winds is a classic Flying Matters card. The other one is it has Emrakul on it.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's blue and it's 2. I think it's
-2, -2, -2, -0, +2, +0. Gravitational Shift. Thank you, 010.
Why is
Garifal is being really slow. They must be updating it right now.
They might be updating it, because like it says I'm not having any frame drops, which is sick because my computer sucks ass. But we're working on fixing that right now at the moment.
But I think that one's a global effect too.
What?
So if you really need to donate it, you can.
Do you see the screen here?
The timeout screen on Skype.
And hold on, wait here. Complain on Twitter. I don't know why I like that so much. Wow, that's really sad that that's doing this right now. Is it... Well, we're just... Fuck it. Favorable Winds. Gravitational Shift, was it?
Yeah.
We have Sarah Ascendant. Can't spell. What is happening here? It's not even letting me refresh the page.
Yeah, it's just being very slow.
Are they updating? They can't be updating, right? Now?
Either it's updating or they're getting slammed by something.
Why would they
And
be
I don't
slammed
know.
by? How many cards? How many flying men are we running? Says Muffins on a Hill. I don't know what that card does because I can't look it up.
Flying Man's a 1/1 flyer for a blue mana. So I don't think we want to run that many Flying Men. I think we want to do tokens. I picked a couple token cards. Migratory Route costs 3, a white and a blue. It creates 4 1/1 white bird creature tokens with flying, but it also has basic land cycling.
Yeah.
So you can use it to get a land in the early game. Battle Screech creates 2 1/1 white bird creature tokens with flying, and then you can flash it back by tapping 3 untapped white creatures you control, and then Depose Deploy. The deploy half is an instant which creates 2 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature tokens with flying, and then you gain a life for each creature you control.
Good news. We're back on track, baby, because it stopped being slow. Sick. Okay, cool. I put in Migratory Route because I know that card, and I do actually like that card. I popped in Battle Screech, but I've never heard of that. So I'm going to pull it up on the screen for chat. Also, appreciate you, ALK, and chat for being lovely. Well, my computer doesn't like me. That's birds. I like it. Are we doing birds? Because if we're doing birds,
there's a fair
I'm not
amount
opposed.
of birds.
I'm not opposed.
I've also got a really jank suggestion for you.
Yes.
Once you've got all of these.
I got it. Let's do it.
Isperia the Inscrutable.
Let's see. When Isperia deals combat damage to a player, name a card that player reveals his or her hand. If he or she reveals the named card, search the library for a creature card with flying. And I like it. That's weird. I dig it. I dig it. Let's do it. So, someone in chat recommended Dovescape.
Dovescape is... It's a lot.
I've played against a Dovescape before, and it locks the game.
Yeah.
You can't do anything about it.
I feel like if we're not able to take real advantage of it, we shouldn't run it, because it's just really the kind of card that...
We had another good recommendation, which is Safara Sky's Blade.
Yeah, let's get Safara in there.
I do like Safara a lot. She gives your flying indestructible. I like the flying matters kinds of cards, because it's not something you would really expect to be like, not tribal, but like the support for flying only things I really like. Chat recommended, was it Kangi?
Kangi, Airy Kiefer. I actually have a Kangi deck, and you have to be pretty hard into birds to want to run it.
Chat's like, oh, we're doing jank. Let's do Kangi. So chat also recommended Cloud Pirates, which is a 1-mana 1/1 flying. The text in the original printing for Portal, I think, is wonderful. It says Cloud Pirates can intercept only creatures with flying. I like the intercept aspect
Can
of that.
only intercept.
So we have recommendations of Cyclonic Rift, which I'm gonna go ahead and add because I do forget to put in like the
staples.
Yeah, I always forget staples. That's my one weakness as a person, is I forget staples. So
Oh, here's a cool new card to include.
Yes.
Is Ameria's Call.
Yes, let me see. Ooh. Create 2 4/4 white angel warrior creature tokens with flying. Non-angel creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. It seems he's a bit hefty, but
it's also a land.
It is also a land. This is how we cheat the system.
Untapped.
This is how we cheat the system. And deck building. I like it. I has a deck in chat says, check out Steel Golem and Rust Elemental for donate targets, and a cool big brain win con is Bronze Bombshell with Mirror Weave. I don't know any of the cards that were just said.
Rust Elemental is a little slow. Steel Golem's really good.
Mm-hmm.
As if your opponent doesn't have a way to sack creatures, because it says you can't cast creature spells.
Uh-huh. So what do you think about Bronze Bombshell? Because I'm reading it, and it's one of those cards. When a player...
It's a very weird card.
It is.
Again, I mean, Mirror Weave is a really cool card.
Mm-hmm.
It's it does a lot of weird things in the game,
Yeah.
and because we have tokens, it also can do a lot of weird things. Bronze Bombshell, I think it's a good include, just because it works well with the donating theme, and if we can get the Mirror Weave thing to go off, it would be fun.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and look for Mirror Weave because I feel like I know what that card is, but I keep forgetting it. Each other creature becomes a copy of target. Oh, okay. We can add it in. Also, for cards, what we add in isn't always gonna be guaranteed to like stay. We could cut things. We've had win cons that have been put in here, and then we completely scrap those win cons. So, we'll just see how the feels go. So, what are some of your other token concepts out? Because I know, for instance, hold on, I have to refresh my page. So I have 3 Sarah Ascendants, not what I meant to do. We're gonna cheat our victory. I got 2 Battle Screeches. I need to remove a lot of these cards. I got Migratory Route. What else do you have while I fix my my bullshit that I did?
Deploy was another token creator, and then this is a real big brain play, which I feel like is the theme of the deck. Is Day of the Dragons.
I've never heard of this card, so I'm already excited. What? 7 mana. ETBs exile creatures you control, then create that many 5/5 red dragon creature tokens with flying. When it leaves the battlefield, sack all dragons you control. You know what? I'm not mad at that. That's weird, and I like it.
Here's the thing. If you get it onto the battlefield and still have Inniaz in play, you give you make all your creatures into dragons, then give the Day of the Dragons to your opponent. Then when it leaves the battlefield, they sack all the dragons they control, but then, they get the exiled cards back to the battlefield under their control. That's not that good, but it's still super janky.
It's super janky. Okay, so I plopped it in, and chat also recommended a Supreme Verdict, which I'm not gonna lie, I think is like the Azorious board wipe, because it can't be countered.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Wrath. That's the number one. We definitely want some because we're making a lot of tokens and attacking them. We want some effects like Biden of Thassa. Dovin Grand Arbiter is a weird one.
Ooh, let me see. I essentially don't think Azorious cards exist, so this is always interesting when people tell me about them. Until end of turn, whenever creature you control does combat damage to player, put a loyalty counter on him. Create a Thopter with flying, gain a life. Look at the top 10 cards of your library, put 3 of them into your hand, and the rest of the library. Okay. That's Dovin Grand Arbiter. Ravnica Allegiance.
Yeah.
Sick. Let's see. So Muffins is saying Reconnaissance, which I agree. I like Reconnaissance, and Coastal Piracy, which will also help us with that. Which will also help us with that card draw.
That card draw. I'm gonna get that card draw.
That sick card draw. I can't spell Reconnaissance, so I have to just do my best and pray to God. Okay, Reconnaissance. Wait, hold on. Reconnaissance or Reconnaissance Mission?
Reconnaissance Mission.
Does damage to a player. Okay, Reconnaissance Mission, and we'll do a Coastal Piracy. Okay, okay, Anointed Procession for double tokens, says K Regis in chat, which I like because double tokens is always good. And someone recommended Winds of Abandon, which I actually really like. I think it's a good whiteboard wipe.
Yeah, you know what would be good with Winds of Abandon
What?
is that new Zendikar card. Confounding Conundrum.
Okay, let me look for it. Ooh. Okay. Can't spell anything. Oh, come on. Hold on. There we go. Oh, ETBs draw a card whenever a land enters the battlefield under opponent's control. If that player had another land enter the battlefield under their control this turn, they return a land they control to its owner's hand. Okay.
So it's just generally good in Commander because of ramp. But then if you Winds of Abandon with people in play, they can get the lands, but then they all bounce to their hand.
Oh, that's awful. I love it. Let's do it. Okay, thank you for explaining that to me. I need it because I was like, I don't get it.
Papati in chat said Sarah the Benevolent, which is one of my favorite planeswalkers that turned out to be not so good, unlike the other planeswalker in Modern Horizons.
Alrighty. So how are you feeling? Are you feeling yay or nay Sarah the Benevolent?
Oh, I'm always pro Sarah the Benevolent.
Pro Sarah. Okay, we'll do pro Sarah.
Another card would be Windreader Sphinx.
Okay, there we go. Whenever creature with flying, draw a card. Yep. I already like it. Someone said Asperius Supreme Judge. What do you think about Asperius Supreme Judge? Now that does give us really good card draw. But that is a 6 CMC? It is a 6/4.
I'm not crazy about it. I think it's just a little too expensive as a 6-drop. That doesn't... It does... I mean, drawing a card whenever something attacks you is good, but I don't think it's great.
Another one I wanted your opinion on is someone actually in chat... this was one of the cards that came to my mind when I first... saw, and people are telling me Smothering Tide, so I'll put that in there. But Muyan Ling Skydancer, who is from M20, uptick 2 until your next turn, up to 1 target creature gets -2 and loses flying, but the -3 is a 4/4 elemental bird creature token with flying, and you get an emblem with islands you control have tap, draw a card.
Yeah, I don't love it just because you have
either.
to get to a plus. You have to get above her starting loyalty
to get the token. Yeah. That's because I had that in my Alela Brawl deck, and I never really liked it. And I felt bad that I didn't like it. It was really felt bad. But I agree, Smothering Tide. This is why I'm glad I have a chat, because I forgot that was a card. And chat is also saying not conspiracy, Ghostly Prison and Propaganda, which I think is just annoying, and I like it in these colors. I think it's like I think these are two cards that if you're in the colors, you should play them, just because it kind of gives you a little bit of padding, for combat phases, and especially since we're going to be making some tokens, they're gonna, for the most part, they're gonna be small, you know, so you wanna, like...
a suggestion in chat that we missed was Magus of the Moat.
Ooh, these are always, I like seeing new cards. What? Yes, we're putting that in. Yes, that is so cool. Creatures without flying can't attack. Wait, is there an enchantment? Because usually Maguses are based off of real cards.
It's Moat, and if you're online, if you're doing it on Magic Online, you can play it. If you're doing it in paper, I would say don't play actual Moat for one very good reason.
Oh my god! Holy crap! I just saw the price.
Yeah.
That's almost $600.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Part of me is like, I'm never gonna build this in paper, so we should put it in. But
some other fairly expensive cards that I just saw are that you would be good to include in this deck are Linvala, Keeper of Silence.
Oh, Linvala. Ooh, I do like Linvala. Abilities, activate abilities of creatures your opponent's control can't be. That's good in Commander. So yes.
And then Gilded Drake, which is also Wow, that really got expensive.
Chad is saying that's the reserve list, baby.
Yeah, I bought a Gilded Drake like a year and a half ago, and it was like a decent fraction of that price.
So that's a little icky. Chat recommended Island Sanctuary.
Island Sanctuary is another good flying matters card. I play it in 2 of my decks.
Ooh. Someone also recommended Archetype of Imagination.
I don't love that one. I feel like we've got enough flying stuff. I do like the suggestion of Archon of Ameria.
Alrighty.
The new one from Zendikar.
Okay, let's see. Each player can't cast more than one spell each turn. Non-basic lands your opponent control enters the battlefield. Tap. This makes... Okay, first of all, I do love this. This card, though, makes me want to run things like, oh my god, yeah, It's from, Eldraine. Rule of three, and then there's another one, like, wait, is it Rule of 3, or am I thinking of Star Wars?
That's Rule of 2.
Rule of 2 and Rule of Lost. So that makes me want to play stuff like Rule of Law and Deafening Silence. I don't know why. I do like that card, though, and I plopped it in because I think it's pretty sick. But for some reason, when I think of, like, cards like that, I'm like, Rule of Law. Alrighty. So Chad also said Ameria Angel. What do you think about Ameria Angel? It gives us tokens, and it is a landfall card.
I like Ameria Angel. It's a solid one. While we're thinking of donate targets, we moved a little bit under the flying
I
thing.
should probably fucking put donate in here before I forget.
Jinxed Ring is a very weird card from Stronghold.
Whenever any card is put into your graveyard from play, Jinx deals 1 damage to you. Sacrifice a creature, target opponent gains control of Jinxed Ring permanently?
Yeah. I mean, they can give it back by sacking a creature, but because we have tokens, like, it says card, which means non-token permanent in modern Magic language. So we don't lose the life. So it's just a dumb little...
I like it. I put it in.
Muffins on a Hill suggested Windborn Muse, which I think is good if we want to have that. 8-Bit Seed Horse said Skycat Sovereign, which is a favorite of mine, a new favorite.
Ooh, that's cool. Someone said Warden.
Warden of Evos Isle is a good one. It reduces the casting cost of creatures with flying.
That's good.
And then
we have some
Austin
hefty
Acid
ones.
said Time Wipe, which is a good
board wipe.
Good board wipe. Muffins on a Hill also said Metamai the Ageless, which is a card that I think is run less than it probably should be.
Let's see. I've never heard of this card. I've never heard of this. It deals when it deals combat damage to a player, take an extra turn after this one. He can't attack during extra turns. Huh.
It's not great, but
it doesn't really interact with the overall theme, except the fact that it has flying. But how do you feel about it? Are you married?
I like it, but it's in the maybe pile, I feel.
Okay, so what I can do is I'll add this to the maybe board, this is one of the things I like about Scryfall, is that it has a maybe board. Or I'm just making that up. No, it does have a maybe board. Sick. Okay. Somebody said God, there's so many things going on in chat. What's juxtapose? That's a lot of words on a card. You and target player exchange control of the creature you each control with the highest CMC, then exchange control of artifacts the same way. If 2 or more permanents a player controls are tied for the highest cost, their controller chooses one of them.
Yeah, I think it's the lack of control over what you can do kind of leaves me away from it.
Muffin said Blade of Selves and Herald of the Host Myriad auto-fulfills the Inniaz trigger.
Unfortunately, I don't think it does, because Myriad puts the tokens into play attacking, which means you don't actually get the attack trigger off of the tokens.
Oh, because you have to go to the attacker's phase first.
Another board wipe would be Descend Upon the Sinful.
I love that card. Okay, Descend Upon the Sinful. Exile all creatures. I actually do like that card, and I also love the art. I'm a little bit biased. I had a question for you. I actually want your recommendation on some stuff, Alk, really quickly. So first of all, Divine Visitation is one of my go-to token cards if we're doing heavy tokens. Gives us angels. I really like that. So if we were going to make like a 1/1 bird, it would become an angel, which I think is kind of a good value. Thoughts?
Divine Visitation is one of those cards which is a payoff card in that, like, you have to like have your thing online to make tokens.
Yeah.
And then you so I would say you have both Divine Visitation and Anointed Perception per session, and I might not run both of them. I might only run one. I think Visitation is better than Procession in that case. But this is one of those things where you'd, like, after you build the deck, you would really have to look at how many token makers you actually have and like figure that sort of stuff out.
So we can maybe board it. We can say no. What are you feeling?
I would maybe board it for now.
Okay.
Looking in the chat, 8-Bit Seahorse says, does Geist of Saint Traft make the angel that goes away? And it does, because it's a delayed trigger.
It does, but I don't think that would work with Inniaz's ability, right?
I think it would, because you would stack the abilities.
Okay.
So you would attack. You'd have to. It wouldn't count as a flying creature for Inniaz's attack, though.
Okay.
Which is a little weird.
Annoying, yeah.
Dream Trawler is a really insane card.
Yeah, I have that pulled up on the screen. I keep getting Dream Trawler mixed up with a mono blue Sphinx. I don't know why. This card is good. It's won me many a game. Let's see.
And then the Benoit said Kira Great Glass Spinner in chat, which is a great card.
That card has always confused me, but I like it, you know? Kira Great Glass Spinner will pop that bad boy in here. The other card I wanted to, oh my gosh, there was another card I wanted to ask you about, and I've completely forgotten the name of it. It's in Standard. It's from Ravnica. It's, hold on, let me see if I can, like, advanced search it, because I can't really describe it well, where it's like, where X is the amount of tokens, like something like that. Nope. Where X is the number of tokens. Oh, please work for me. Shit. Okay. It's wow, I'm really struggling here. I can see it. It's like ghostly something spirit. It's in Standard. Dang it. Okay, it's not ghostly something. It's like haunted or like spirit something, but it's like an enchantment that says you get if you swing with one creature, that creature gets X until end of turn, where X is the amount of tokens you control.
Oh, it's like a
You know what I'm talking about? I've played I've played it before. I can see the art in my head. Let's see. While people are helping me with that, someone said Dragon Lord Ojutai.
Ochitai is good, but I don't think it does enough for this deck. Because it's just a good card, and in Commander, like a 5/4 flying that anticipates is decent, but it's not really, really good.
Yes. Chat remembered the card I was trying to say. This right here, Angelic Exaltation.
Oh yeah. We don't want that because we don't want our creatures to attack alone.
Okay, fair. Alrighty, let's see. So let's add some more trade shenanigans.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to look.
It's hard because
have we
my brain
added
leans on
Illusions of
flying.
Grandeur?
We have not. My brain wants to go like flying because that's the first thing I see. That art is
That little bunny.
I like the little he's like hello. Q move up, Q 2 enchantment whenever what? Oh, I like that. Yeah, let's pop that in. That's mean. I like it. I like that. Alrighty. What else do we got? What else we got?
I heard a suggestion for Lich's Tomb in the chat, and I'm trying to look that up real quick.
Yeah, let's see. Lich's Tomb. It's 4 artifact. You don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. Whenever you lose life, sacrifice a permanent for each 1 life you lost. So it's essentially like Lich's Mastery or Lich.
Yeah, but it's in our color. I like it because it's the perfect thing to donate to someone.
Okay, let's pop it in. And for Muffins on a Hill, we're building around Inniaz, and I always get lost right here in this little highlighted area of the flying matters things. But what we really want to focus on is this bottom part. Whenever 3 or more creatures you control with flying attack, each player gains control of an unland permanent of your choice, controlled by the player to the right. So essentially we want to do horrible things to horrible people. Lich's Tomb is a good one. Let's see. Someone said Puka's Mischief. So, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may exchange control of target non-land permanent you control and target non-land permanent an opponent controls with an equal or lesser CMC. Thoughts? Because I told you Inniaz scares me. Because it's such a cool card, but I'm always scared to build around it.
It's an interesting card. I just don't know if... Because whatever we have would have to survive a roll around the
Yeah, roll around the field.
I think it's in a maybe for now.
Okay. Someone said Steel Golem. I didn't pop that in earlier. I think that would be fun to give to somebody.
Steel Golem, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Someone said, can I interest you in a coveted jewel? So let's see what that is.
Oh, I love that. That's a great suggestion.
Let's pop it in. Okay. Someone said Venser. That's not how you spell Venser, Chase, but you know, that's sick. Exile target permanent you own, return it to battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. Creatures can be blocked this turn. Emblem, cast a spell, exile target permanent. That feels like more good Azorious.
I think they're suggesting it because the first ability can return something that we've donated to someone back to our control.
That's smart.
That's someone also suggested New Thassa, I believe, for the same reason.
That's smart. That is smart. Okay, I see what you're doing.
Vileblad 3 suggested Perplexing Chimera, which is a card that I hate playing against. But it's on theme. It's on theme for just like control stuff.
Yeah.
But it's also
awful.
Okay. Like I would definitely include it in this deck because it's definitely trolling.
Okay. Someone said Fractured Identity. I'm just going to type in cards that people recommend just because I have not a clue as to what any of these do. Exile target non-land permanent. Each player other than its controller creates a token copy of it.
I like that card. I think it's a cool card. You can do horrible things, and you can also just like give everyone a cool version of like the best thing on the board. I think it's a cool include.
Okay, cool. I popped it in.
And you can do like with the Lich's Tomb or something. You can just
that'd be fun. Destroy our own Lich's Tomb and then give everybody else one. Okay. Great with mean donate stuff. New Thassa allows you to blink things you control. Pendant of Prosperity. Well, we already popped that in. We can't do Phage, which makes me sad because that was where my brain went in. I don't know. That's just where my brain went. Okay, so let's see. So I really wish, I'm not gonna lie, I went in here and I was gonna type in like mean things, like actual like mean things, but like that's not gonna give me the mean cards.
Mean stuff.
I wish there was like a search engine to find like salt cards. Let's see. What are some things that we can give to people that would make them sad, you know? This thing deals damage to you. This deals damage? Question mark? I'm intrigued by this, but that's why I'm scared of this, because this is so cool and I'm terrified of it because I don't want to mess it up. I'm really glad I had you because you've explained like 3 things to me already that I would have just said no to, so I'm appreciative of that a lot.
Oh, what's that card?
Oh, what?
Is it?
Someone said expropriate?
Psychic Vortex.
Oh, that card sounds so familiar. I own this card! I remember because I thought that I was trippy. At the end of each of your turns, sacrifice a land and discard your hand. Yeah, question about this. Would they have to pay the cumulative upkeep?
Yeah, that's the only thing. They can choose not to pay the cumulative upkeep and sacrifice it. So maybe it's not the best fit.
Yeah.
But
this is in the realm.
I just love this card.
I'll pop it in. Eyes Everywhere is interesting, but might be too off what you want to be doing. Rust Elemental and Grid Monitor.
Grid Monitor is another copy of Steel Golem.
Do you want to be like redundant for redundancy's sake, or do you want to like kind of expand upon the things, you know?
I mean, Rust Elemental is decent because they have to sacrifice an artifact every upkeep, which is good against like a number of EDH decks.
Yeah, like Emery, or you get rid of at its worst, you get rid of someone's like Soul Ring, you know?
Yeah.
And that's still pretty good. If you can't tap, this should definitely be in here, because even if they don't have a lot of artifacts, they tap a blocker and they lose 4 life. So
another on theme card
Yeah.
is Sudden Substitution.
And to Austin, Acid, and chat, we already do have 9 lives in here. That is a good card. This card, exchange control of target non-creature spell and target creature. Then the spell's controller may choose new targets for it. I yawned, but I do like that. And it's split second, which really gets in the way of people's happiness.
So... Oh, man. I'm trying to think if this, like, how this would work. Look up Transcendence.
Transcendence. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I also owned this card. You don't lose the game for having 0 less life. When you have 20 more life, you lose... Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, you have to cast it when you have less than 20 life.
I really like that. I really actually like that a lot. Let's do it.
I mean, Teferi's Protection is also just a good card, Muffin said. Statecraft is a card that I've heard of before. Yeah, that's a good inclusion.
Okay, what is it? What's it called?
Statecraft?
Statecraft. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to and dealt by creatures you control. That's an enchant. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought I keep not reading cards. I thought that was an instant. The answer is yes. Let's do it. Okay, so what else? Because I like these mean things, but it's just because you don't know how to search for these things on here.
Yeah, unless you'd have to go like on EDH Rec for Zedru, and that just feels like cheating.
That's why I don't. Yeah, people ask me why I don't use EDH Rec on here, and I feel like I'm not doing it. I feel like I'm just like copying pasting people's things. Embargo. Okay, someone said embargo. Non-land permanents don't untap during their control's untap steps. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 2 life. Yes.
No.
No?
It doesn't untap. Your stuff still doesn't untap.
Oh, okay. Got a little too excited. This is why you're here. I was like, this is too good to be true. Why I've never heard of this. And then, oopsies. Okay, someone said Troublesome Spirit. At the end of your turn, tap all lands you control.
That's another one that I'm like, on.
Mm-hmm. It has everything we need. Things that hurt us and flying.
It does fill the theme.
All right, let's see.
Oh.
Yeah. What's up?
Taniwha, Taniwha.
Oh, that's so much. T-A-I.
Taniwha.
Taniwha. I'm sorry, what the hell is this? I like this. At the beginning of your upkeep, they phase in before you untap. That's so weird.
Yeah, so they just like lose their land every other turn.
I like that. This deck has a lot of, hold on, I'm gonna click done editing because I'm gonna scroll through and I think we have a lot of these like weird,
I think we have a lot of
cards.
Weird payoffs.
Yeah.
And we definitely have a lot of, I think this deck is like, we just need to add in lands and staples and then start thinking about cuts at some point.
Yeah.
And like curve fillers.
So I do have to say that you're probably the most organized deck builder because I've gone about 2 hours without making any cuts. See, we're only at 64 cards and I've started adding in lands at around 100 cards, so you have more you actually have more restraint than I do.
So speaking of lands, there are some that would be good in this deck. Celestial Colonnade, Inkmoth and Blinkmoth Nexus.
Blinkmoth, Inkmoth. Not Blinkmoth Urn, please. We're in the land section. And I have to figure out how to spell colonnade. So hold on. Cool. Oh, cool. I did it on its own. Okay. What else do we got for some sick lands?
Fairy Conclave is another creature land that turns into a flyer. And then Windbrisk Heights.
Okay. Also, 21 friends in chat. Hello and welcome. We are at the good point within the stream where we have exactly 69 cards in our deck. So take a moment to let that soak in. And
nice.
Nice. Someone said Sea Clouds, which I think is a really good It's the Battle Bond lands.
That's the Battle Bond one.
I like the Battle Bond lands. Someone said Seaside Haven for the draw.
Yeah, you sacrifice a bird and draw a card.
Oh, that's cool.
What was I gonna think? Speaking of that sort of thing, I don't think we have enough birds for it, though, is the problem.
Someone's recommended Sapphire Leech as an add-in, but I think that's very specific, unfortunately.
Yeah, the leeches are very, very specific.
That makes me sad, because I like it if it wasn't blue spells. If it just said spells you cast cost blue more, I think that'd be pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do it. Someone said Mystic Sanctuary for land, which if I could find it, because I'm a
That's the
Oh yeah. ETB is tapped once you control 3 or more other islands. Target instant sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library. Oh, it was banned in Pauper?
Yeah, it's insane in Pauper.
That's cool. I never knew that. It's a little, more you know kind of deal. Alrighty. Someone said Homeward Path?
Homeward Path.
Yeah, let's do Do you want to do Homeward Path?
No.
That's kind of exactly opposite of what we're going for here. And that's actually really funny. I kind of want to put it in for the shits and giggles, but... Alright, okay. What are some other really good Azorious? I feel like... Minimo? Or am I thinking of something else? Minimo, yeah. At Water's Edge. We can untap a legendary permanent, but the only thing I could really think we could untap would be, like... Inniaz would be, like, the best thing, I think?
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, okay. I'm not really good with Azorious. Let's see.
Ameria the Sky Ruin, someone pointed out.
Isn't there another Ameria, or did we already add that in? Like
we added it in. Okay. That's the double-faced card.
Okay. Which those confuse me, by the way. I should probably read how they work. So I got Ameria the Sky Ruin. What are some other good Azor? Well, this is weird. So this is kind of a moment for me because I'm so used to combat heavy focus decks that my mind was like, okay, lands that are good value, and my mind automatically went to Rogue's Passage. But I don't think we would need a Rogue's Passage in here,
No,
I'm not really
trying. A lot of flyers.
Yeah.
Rogue's Passage.
So like, what do we do?
Dead Jalevna, you're thinking of Delusions of Mediocrity, which is the fixed version of Illusions of Grandeur.
Oh, can we put that in here? I want your permission to put it in here.
I mean, it's your stream, Chase.
It's my stream, but I also want you to like this too.
I like the card. It's just not as good
okay.
Because it does cumulative upkeep, and it's only 10 life.
Okay. So what else should we do? All right. See, when I'm looking at this, it looks like we have way more than we've popped in.
We have a lot of stuff in here.
We do.
Another card that I was thinking of that we didn't get included is Twilight Drover.
Oh, I know that card. Yeah. Whenever a creature token leaves the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on Twilight Drover. Yeah, let's do that. I like that card. Do you have any other cards that you feel like you wanted to plop in?
That was all that I had written down off the top of my head. I've been looking through I think we have a good number of drawback cards.
Someone said Stormherd.
Seahorse, I love where your head's at with the Stormherd.
I'm not gonna lie, I have always wanted to cast this card. But my LGS never owned it, so I could never do it. But I've wanted to do this so bad.
You don't think 10 mana is a lot, until you're trying to get the 10 mana.
Yes, exactly. Because that CMC is going to really throw off our curve. And I do like it. Somebody said Hall of Heliod's Generosity. Do we have a lot of...
I think we have a fair amount of enchantments that Hall of Heliod's would be good and enough to include.
Okay. I'm just gonna awkwardly, like, turn down the volume of the music in my... because I realize it's very loud. I'm just gonna turn it up on the overlay, because that's just not what I want to be here for. Or maybe that just didn't work at all. Or maybe the song just ended. No, the song didn't end. I'm just bad at what I do. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's see. We have... Right, so this is the part where I hate the most. I hate lands. I always say that lands are like socks for Christmas. You need socks, but you don't like getting them, you know? I've been hit with the herd, ripped a top off Golos for 35. That's because you cast it for free, though.
Yeah.
Golos
I mean,
is
if
different.
you can get it, it's great if you can get it out.
Someone said Moorland Taunt. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. It's a color. It's the Azorious Innistrad land.
Yeah, I think that's a good include.
Okay. What are some other lands that you think we could do in here? Because I'm trying to see. It says like how many enchantments we have. We have 15 currently. So do you think a Hall of Heliod's Generosity would be a good include, or?
I think that's good enough for Hall of Heliod's.
Okay. What else should we add in here for lands? Someone says the White Hideaway land.
That's Windbrisk Kites. I think we included it.
I feel like I didn't, because I'm really bad at remembering important things like lands. Okay, where is it? Because I know I forgot it. Yep, here it is. Okay, now I'm adding it in. Sick. Okay.
Corehaven's a good include.
Okay.
Nykthos, I don't like running in
Two-color decks.
Two-color decks.
I don't either.
I don't think the payoff is worth it unless you're really going in on it.
Yeah, unless you splash like blue, but you're doing black, or vice versa, or something. You know. What else? Lands, good Azorious lands. I'm trying to think of like utility lands that would be good in here, you know? But what would be a good... Everyone always tells me to put this card, literally every stream it's in my mana base. It's the desert that exiles...
Oh, Scavenger Grounds.
Yes. I think that's just all it... Can't spell... Okay. I think this would be...
I think it's a reasonable inclusion.
I think it's just... Everyone just loves it, and people always tell me to put it in decks just because you never know. And I think it's like a harmless bit of, like, fixing, you know? That it gets you colorless, but, you know, it also gets you the goods. Chat, please give me Azorious lands because I'm very clueless about Azorious mana bases. What's the... There's the temple of Enlightenment. Temple of Enlightenment. We get to scry.
Yeah, I don't love the temples, but we can include them.
Okay. I like to scry. I don't know. There's just something about it that makes me feel like I'm cheating. It's like, ooh, shouldn't be doing this, but I am anyway. Someone said Mystic Gate.
That's the
Shadowmoor lands. The
Shadowmoor land. Yeah, that's a good inclusion.
Were they called filters? I think they're called filters. Yeah, filter
Those
lands.
are that's the kind of card that, like, it's always been, like, just too expensive for me to pick up as a land.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't.
If it makes you feel any better, the best part about this stream is that goes out the door. Because I'm like, I'm never building this shit in paper. And then I go hard with mana bases. And then I decide to build them in paper, and then I regret doing that. Which is the really bad idea for me. I'm like, oh damn it. Azorious Chancery. It's the bounce land.
That's the bounce land.
Mm-hmm. Pop in the bounce land. Oh god, Muffin's coming through like a baller. Reminding me that Painlands still exist. Hallowed Fountain.
Hallowed Fountain. Shocklands, Painlands, A Darker Waste.
Muffins, you are wonderful, and I'm appreciative. Alec, while I awkwardly type in this, let me tell you something about Muffins here. For the Among Us Volrath stream, they came prepared with a little tapped out link of things they thought would be very good, and they had them all labeled and separated.
That's awesome.
I was like, oh my god, you did homework. So they didn't even give you any, and they did homework. And that made me so happy because they were like really good suggestions. They had a section for lies, they had a section for tasks, they had a section for voting. I was like, oh my god.
I really want to build. I hope there's some days there's a conspiracy 3 and there's like a voting commander.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. They don't have one already? I feel like they should.
No, there's no voting. There's like only a handful of voting cards, and like, you know, aside from like expropriate, none of them are very good.
Let's just pretend I'm not adding a Tundra to this deck. It's fine. It's good. No one look at the Tundra I just popped in. So.
Yeah, just put a casual Tundra.
Just a casual Tundra, you know. Hold on. I'm going to do something really great. I know you can see this. So I'm going to highlight this for chat. Right now, it's at an estimated price of $311. I'm going to refresh the page.
And then pop that Tundra in.
Okay. We went to 694.
Oh, that's why I love playing on Magic Online.
That mana base. Oh my god. Okay, someone said irrigated farmland.
That's the tapped cycling duel.
Did for the lovely people in chat and also for you, Alk, maybe you'll remember Modern Horizons had the release of lands that was like,
those were enemy colors.
oh, they were enemy colors. Okay. What about Myriad Landscape?
Myriad Landscape's okay.
People
I
in my
don't
chat
love it in
love
a
this
2-color
card.
deck.
Yeah. So let's see. Actress of Mist says price increased by 120%. Okay. Prismatic Vista was in her.
Yeah, that's a good inclusion. I mean, if money's no object, Prismatic Vista and Fabled Passage instead of Terramorphic Expanse and
Evolving Wilds.
Yeah,
I would agree. So I'll refresh that now. Do you want to add the rest in basics? Because we do have cards that are contingent on us having basics.
The one other sort of utility card would be, and I'm gonna, a Ganjo Castle.
Okay, I accidentally have 2 Windbrisk Heights, so let me fix that. Because you were right, I did add it in earlier. Oh god, okay. Okay, cool. So you said what?
Ganjo. A Ganjo Castle. EIGANJO Castle.
Prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to target legendary creature. Okay. I've never seen. I'm gonna be extremely honest, and I don't know if chat feels like this. I've never really seen the Kamigawa lands played before.
I think people just don't play them because they're none of them are really that great. Except I think the red one.
Yeah. Hall of Bandit Lord.
No, it gives first strike. Shinka the Blood Scope.
Oh, okay.
So cheap. So none of them are really that great, but they all enter untapped. They all do something decent for your commander because it's a legendary creature, and the castle is pretty good because it can actually save it from dying, and Minimo is decent if you have a blue commander that cares about untapping, which we don't. But.
Alrighty, so let's see. We added in a Ganjo, and didn't you say you had another one you wanted to pop in?
I'm trying to figure out, did the Did we get the blue-white double-faced land, or is that not in Zendikar?
Double faced. Okay, hold on. We're gonna pop over to the Zendikar previews, and see, because I actually don't know. So we did add in Ameria's Call.
We did get it.
What is it?
It would be one of the guys, and we did not get the blue-white one yet.
Oh, as in printed, or we just didn't add it in?
It hasn't been printed.
Oh, okay.
They only printed 6 out of 10 of them, so...
Wizards really likes doing half of things.
Yeah.
Which I think is really funny. Okay, yeah, they have it right here before me. Clear, Water Pathway, Murk Water Pathway. Yeah, that's, oh god, Riverglide Pathway. I might just do that for Locust God, but that's another time in another place. They have one for Boros. Boros gets some love.
I mean, they're all good.
Yeah, I like them. They're like duels, but not.
And they don't enter tapped.
That's true. I'm gonna ask you a rules question since we're here. How the hell do you play these? Like,
so you can, when you play them from your hand,
Mm-hmm.
you can choose either side.
okay, that makes
Any
sense.
other way, you can only do the front part.
Okay.
And if you're searching for them, you can only the front half really exists in anywhere except when you play it from your hand, you can put the back half onto the battlefield.
Okay, I definitely see what you mean here. Okay. Someone said Ondu inversion. I've typed in that card before, and yet destroy all non-land permanents.
Yeah, I think it's a decent include because it's just make sure it's in a land slot and not a spell slot.
Oh shit! I don't know how to do that. Hold on.
I mean, you'll just have to. You can't really, unless you can. You put in Ondu Skyrim.
I think I can. Give me 10 seconds to remove Ondu inversion from the list and see if we can cheat in spells this way. Hold on.
Yeah.
So it's right now it's considered a slash card, but let's see if it'll read
in the land slot.
I think it read in the land slot. Hold on, I'm gonna go to lands. Hold on, sorcery. No, it put it into sorcery. So
I mean, that's the way the card actually works.
Yeah.
But still.
So should we add in any more, like utility lands, or should we do the rest basics, or what are you feeling?
I think that's a good number.
Mm-hmm.
For like looking for a first glance without like going
Mm-hmm.
back. That's a good number of utility lands.
I think we're pretty evenly split among blue and white cards, actually, the more I'm looking at this. This looks like a good split, maybe a little bit more white than blue. In terms of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 25. I'm not going to count them all. There's a lot of white and there's a lot of blue. So how do you suppose we go about balancing the mana base? I'm totally not leaning on you because I hate doing mana bases.
So how many lands total do we have?
28 currently, and that's including 1 island and 1 plains. I just add them in to
Okay.
remember to put them in.
So I usually like to go with at least 37 lands. So 37
Agreed.
minus 28 is 11, or no, 9. So we would need we would need 4 and 5 of each. Do we have the fetch in here?
We do have the fetch in here. I did pop the fetch in here.
Okay. So I think we're more heavy white than heavy blue, it looks like.
So we'll do 5 white, 4 blue.
Yeah. Well, we want it would be 5 and 6 actually, because
whoa.
we are adding the.
I'm bad at math.
Sorry, I was counting the one that was.
No,
actually
you're good. I'm just bad at math. Okay. Can I, before we do anything else, I do want to highlight the fact that this is the first stream ever where we have exactly 100 cards before cuts.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's never happened before in the entirety of the stream. The last stream we did, for context, ALK, we had 170 after lands.
All right, well, this is great. Print it out. Call it done. This is the deck.
That is so. I have some tears in my eyes. That's the first time that's ever happened. It's already all balanced and shit.
Yeah, I think, we'd probably have to go back through.
Oh, totally.
And, like, our mana curve is probably too high.
Oh my god.
Because all the cool stuff is, like, very expensive, and we probably need more low drops.
Oh yeah.
And probably a little bit more card draw. Like, Skull Clamp is obviously a great card if we want to do tokens, that sort of thing.
What about, like, we don't even have a Soul Ring in here. Somebody asked.
Yeah. Soul Ring. Maybe some Signets. Some Mana Rocks. We definitely would want to think about some tutors, like Enlightened Tutor or Idyllic Tutor, to get the, like, especially the nasty enchantments and stuff. Like, you can grab 9 lives off of Idyllic Tutor and then drop it and give it to someone with Inniaz.
Muffins on a Hill said most of the time there is no guest, and chat suggests 10 things every second. And then they're saying we did it, and Asher says, look at us, who would have thought? Not me. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I tore off one of my fake lashes by accident. I'm gonna look wonky on camera. I'm gonna add in a Mana Rock. I'm gonna add the Talisman of Progress, which, by the way, ALK, I don't know if you would agree, but I think that the old talismans look like the symbols on cars.
Oh, yeah. I totally get that.
Especially, hold on, let me find it. There's one specific one that Talisman of Dominance reminds me of Volkswagen.
Oh, yeah. Well, now I can never unsee that, so thank you.
I look at them and I'm like, wow, that was a really cool collaboration they did back when I first started playing, and my ex was like, the fuck are you talking about?
I was like, Talisman of Unity is one of those ones, like, it's no offense to the artist, but it's like, you couldn't have taken another pass at that one, buddy.
Wait a minute. It's the Google Chrome symbol.
It is the Google Chrome
symbol. It's the same thing. It's literally just like invert the colors. It's the same thing. Chat saying Talisman of Hyundai, Talisman of Google.
Talisman of Google.
Oh my god. Hi Fox in chat. That's hysterical. I'm glad I was able to point that and make it very apparent to you. So I did what you said. I added a Soul Ring and a Azorious Signet and a Enlightened Tutor, Idyllic Tutor, and also the Talisman to mana fix a bit. Let's see. Fox, it has been a while. I'm really glad that you're here. So ALK, what else do you think that we can add in here? Are you thinking like, because...
we don't have a ton of removal. Path to Exile would work really well with the, that Confounding Conundrum. Well, it actually wouldn't work that well unless we did it on their turn.
I think I know why there was an issue with Scryfall second arrow. Because look right here. Time Spiral Remastered is on here now.
That's just the preview, right? They put all the previews from, like, when it was first revealed. I think they had them all.
Oh, never mind. I thought I did something there. I thought I solved a mystery. Ignore me. What about Unexpected Gift? If that's the card I'm thinking of. Nope. Gift something is...
Generous Gift.
There it is. I keep on wanting to type in gifts ungiven, but that's completely not what we're going for here.
It's also banned in Commander, isn't it?
Yeah, it it is. It really is. Someone said reality shift. Exile target creature, its controller manifests the top card of their library.
Yeah, that's a good spot removal card.
Yeah. Source of Plowshares, Generous Gift, Settle the Wreckage is a card. I don't know why. Settle the Wreckage makes me nervous, but I know it's good. Like, I look at it, I'm like, that is a good card. But it also makes me nervous because if you're playing against a person who's doing a very creature-heavy deck or like a token-heavy deck and they're going hard at you, they're gonna just dump all their lands out. But then again, not everybody relies on basics, so it's like, I don't know. I this card is good, but it just always makes me nervous too. Thoughts, ALK.
Settle's a really good card.
We'll add Settle.
Muffin says Dovin's Veto is a really good card. Counterspell, Swan Song is Swan Song. Swam Swang.
Trust me, I can't speak sometimes on stream. I'm like, Counterspell. There's a lot of counter stuff. Counter intelligence, counter spell. Okay, let's see. I'd run stuff like Swan. I'm not gonna lie, Alk, and I really mean I'm not gonna lie. It has not left my head since someone recommended it. Dovescape won't leave my head.
Dovescape, I don't think this is the deck for
I know it's not. I know it's not. But damn, I played against it one time and it was the worst game of my life. It was the only time I've ever scooped on screen on camera. I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I did totally scoop. Let's see what else can we plop in here because we're now at well, I know we're over 105. But I know that we're still at a really good place. Like we're at 100. Okay, we're at 114. We're getting a little bit high. Did we put in Fractured Identity earlier? I think we did, but maybe... Yeah, we did. What else do you think we should pop in here? Because now we have the mana stuff, and we do have the removal.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of, like, other cheap creatures with flying.
Yeah, here, I can type in flying... we'll do Azorious colors at most and see what we got.
Selfless Spirit's a good one.
Selfless Spirit. Oh, just a thought here. Aboshan Cephalid Emperor?
I like where your head's at. I don't think it's...
I saw it, I was like, maybe. Okay, what was the card you said before I tried to go back on my bullshit?
Selfless Spirit.
Okay, Selfless Spirit. I'm like, okay, what if we dump 6 mana into this useless thing? Creatures you control in... Oh, yeah. I like that.
We'd have to check whether we have a ton of ETBs, but Hushbringer...
I don't think we do have a ton of ETBs. Off the top of my head, mostly things are like, you can't do this, you can't do that. I'll do a quick hover, though. No. We're like halfway down through creatures, I can tell you we're good. So, Hushbringer is a good control card, a little hate bear. Which is the first card you ever, like, messaged me.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Remorseful Cleric is another like 2/1 flyer that has a sack ability to Aven Mind Sensor, King Cold, put it in chat. I love that card.
Hold on. Aven Mind Sensor. I remember people lost their minds when that was reprinted in Amonkhet. I remember, and that was like right when I was a baby Magic player, and people were like, "Oh shit!" Like,
fuck Aven Mind.
They got really into it. God, I love Topplegeist just for the art. I don't know if it'd be good in here. Probably not. The art
The
makes
art's
me
pretty
feel
great.
happy.
But another card with great art,
Uh-huh.
Pride of the Clouds.
Oh, that's just like the other thing that we popped in here. That's almost the exact same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Let's do it. And it's also by a lovely artist. Let's see. Geist Fueled Scarecrow. Creature spells you cast cost 1 more. So it is another good thing that we could trade away.
We have a lot of stuff like that, though.
What if we
I
all...
think it's just worse than Steel Golem and the Grid Monitor.
Oh, hear me out. Hear me out. We build this deck. First of all, hold on. King Cold 8, thank you for the follow. We build this deck solely to play against Jason. And then we give him all of these things. So we give him like the Steel Golem, we give him the Geist Field Scarecrow. We just give him all of those cards. It's only for Jason.
Give all of it.
Yeah, he's like, but the other player is so much scarier. And I'm like,
I don't know.
No.
That seems suspicious.
Okay. I also just remembered I have something to do that I forgot to do. Okay, so let's see. What else do you think we can plop in here?
Boreas Charger is a pet card of mine.
Boreas Charger. Give me 10 seconds to stall for time. I'm doing something, I forgot to do it. Okay, did not spell that right. Got really proud of myself. Whenever it leaves the battlefield, choose an opponent who controls more lands than you. Search your library for a number of lands than you. Search your library for... Oh, God. Fuck. Okay. Search your library for a number of planes equal to the difference and reveal them. Put that one... What do you think about it?
I mean, I love that card. Okay. So you won't hear...
complaints from you
that one.
Adding it in. Okay, I popped it in. Okay, let's see. First of all, Muffins, thank you for the sub. You are a wonderful individual and I appreciate you dearly. Thank you. And let me just put something on my overlay that I forgot to do before the stream because I'm such a good person. Of course it blocks my face as it enters the screen. Okay. Continue. Fox at the big
I'm sorry,
brain.
do you want to make any more sounds?
I'm sorry.
Or are you good?
I'm good. I'm sorry. Okay. What else should we put in here? Do you think we should go to cuts?
Another card I think is cool and has a lot of combo potential with the deck is Wispmare.
Okay, hold on. Whisper Silk, Whisper Squad, Whisper... Oh, I'm spelling Wisp wrong, aren't I? I'm doing... But I should be doing...
Yeah, W-I-S-P.
Yeah, I got a little too excited with the Wisp. Comes into play, destroy target enchantment. You may play the spell for its evoke cost. If you do, sacrifice it when it comes into play. I do like that card a lot. And it is a watered down Rec Sage. But I think we kind of need that, you know?
Yeah, it's a good effect. It's in our colors, it can destroy an enchantment. Like if we give someone not 9 lives, because that has hexproof, but like Illusions of Grandeur, we can just destroy it. Muffins keeps saying Linvala, Shield of Seagate, which I will protest just because I don't like that card.
Oh, okay.
I think it's good. It's definitely a good card. I just don't like the party ability, and I don't like that it got tied to Linvala as a character. But it's definitely like a good 3-drop that can like save your creatures.
Did you Photoshop something really quick? Did you Photoshop a meme?
I didn't Photoshop it. I was a meme generator.
I love it. It is the exact same thing. Okay, okay, let's see. Okay, so I agree about the Linvala. It just seems I don't know. There's for some reason I look at it and I'm like, I'm not really vibing with it. So now
I mean, Muffins is right. It's a good protection piece.
Yeah.
The party. I don't care for the party.
I don't care for the party either. But like, hold on, let's like look at her again.
The second ability is good because it's it can protect your team.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you, but like every time people recommend a card, I'm always like, okay, it feels weird if we don't utilize the entirety of it, you know? But I do have to agree, like the 3 mana.
The deck. Do we have a wizard? Do we have a cleric?
Oh shit! Let's see if we can pull this off. I mean, we could. We have a monk, fairy.
We have
we have a cleric. We have a cleric. We have a wizard.
I don't think we have a rogue though.
Spirit, golem, spirit, wizard, construct, angel, creature, angel, wizard, elemental, god, spirit. Oh shit. That would have been so good if we could have pulled that off.
There is a rogue that there are a couple rogues that fit in with the deck theme that we can include.
Let's see if we can pull
off
party.
There is Agent of Treachery, which
is heavy in CMC, but it does good things.
It gets things and it gets us card draw. Brazen Borrower, like Muffin said, is a rogue.
Someone said Ghostly Pilferer. Can't spell tonight. Also, hi Chris!
I don't think Thada Adele is what we want with this deck, even though it's awesome.
Ghostly Pilfer becomes untapped. You may pay 2 if you do draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts a spell from anywhere other than their hand, draw a card, discard a card. It can't be blocked this turn. That is a rogue. Card does... What? Okay, so currently, ALK, we are at... With those additions, because I added in the Agent of Treachery and the Brazen Bar, we are now at a cool crisp 124, which seems about right for the stream to be over significantly.
Yeah, I think we'll probably have to cut the Linvala as a party stuff.
No, I just added them in. Okay, gotta take them all out now. So we added Linvala, Brazen Borrower, and Agent of Treachery.
I mean, Agent of Treachery might stage because
no.
it's just that good, but...
I took out the wrong Linvala.
Yeah, so we want the good Linvala.
Yeah, we want the good Linvala. Okay, popping it in. Okay, now we added the good Linvala one. Okay, so let me refresh the screen and then go back in, and then we can go through cuts. Ooh, okay, I gotta chill. And then we should, emphasis on should, be good. We're now at 122 cards. So yeah, let's begin cuts. We got 22 cards to cut, but I feel like we can cut a huge chunk.
Do you wanna go back into the deck builder and do the cleanup so we can see it like CMC order?
So right, does it do it in CMC when we're in the deck builder?
Yeah. Hit cleanup next to done editing.
Okay. What? That's a thing you can do? Okay, I'm gonna sound really stupid, but this is the first time I've ever heard of this being a thing. So thank you for showing that to me. I would always exit out. Damn. Okay, cool.
I would cut Healer's Hawk.
Okay.
I don't think it does enough.
Okay. Let's see. What about Cure Great Glass Spinner? I played you against that, and it was annoying, but I
think it's good. We'd have to look through our abilities and make sure we don't want a ton of targeting. I would cut Thassa Deep Dwelling. I don't think she does enough for us.
Should we also then cut the other bouncer that I don't remember the name of, but I know we have one? We have another card that bounces.
Venser.
I think that's a good one to do, you know?
It depends on what we're donating to our opponents, really.
Yeah.
Like, if we don't, I don't know. I would cut it.
Okay.
I think.
I'm gonna trust
have a ton
your
of ETBs.
I'm trusting
I
your
would cut
judgment.
the troublesome spirit.
Troublesome spirit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cute, but it does some stuff okay.
Okay, we're at 118. Looking at this, we could cut. Do you think we could cut the Azorious signet? Because we have the soul ring and we have the talisman. I accidentally hold on.
You can cut the talisman of Unity.
I put the wrong talisman, so we have a cut.
I don't want to start cutting ramp just yet because it's Fox is really pushing to cut
favorable wins. Yeah, I saw. How do you feel about cutting favorable wins?
I mean, I don't think it's a great card, but our commander doesn't generate tokens, so we're relying on other cards to make tokens. It's a decent cut. We have the gravitational shift in there, which is a better version of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly highlight the gravitational shift for people. Yeah, +2 +0 -2 -0. I think that's a good swap. King Cold says, I don't know how many token producers you have. So do you want to maybe like go through and see how many we have?
I don't think we have a ton. So yeah, I might cut the Anointed Procession. Yeah,
because I think we have some, but not enough. I think I would agree to justify it. We do have some pits in here, but I think like, yeah, can't speak, but you know what I mean. I think it's a good cut because we aren't relying on tokens as our win con. We just have them.
I would cut probably. So we have Coastal Piracy, Reconnaissance Mission, and Pendant of Prosperity. We could probably cut one of those.
I think Reconnaissance Mission because it's 4 mana. Coastal
They're
is
all
3. No, Coastal Pirate. Oh shit! Never mind. I'm sorry. I got that wrong. I was so convinced too.
And then one of Propaganda or Ghostly Prison because we also have Windborne Muse.
That's true. It makes me uncomfortable cutting those cards though. I'll cut the Coastal Piracy because it's old bordered and that's icky. We'll keep the other ones. Okay. If we're gonna go off price, we would probably cut Propaganda because Propaganda is like $4 more than Ghostly Prison because of the color. If we're going for a price point, says the girl who put in Tundra.
Oh, let's cut Day of the Dragons. That card's not. It doesn't work with our deck as much as we want it to.
I've never heard of that card before, so I actually think it's kind of cool to highlight that.
It's a very weird card.
Yeah, King Cold's like, Price, I could have sworn I saw a Tundra in there.
It's a casual Tundra.
It's a casual Tundra. You know, that's the name of my new podcast. Casual Tundra. Okay, we're at 112 cards. We got 12 cards to cut. What do you think about Sarah the Benevolent? We talked about how we love her, but is she going with our theme here? Is she more...
I mean, so she fits well into the theme because she pumps your flying creatures, she makes a flyer, and then her final ability, if it works, it's good. But she's, she doesn't do any one thing great. I would cut the Dovin before I cut her, actually.
Okay. Chad is also talking about possibly cutting Agent of Treachery just because it's kind of hard to get there. That CMC is really heavy, but then again, so is Wind Reader Sphinx. And Agent does have that synergy with our commander.
Yeah, both Wind Reader and Agent. If I had to cut one, Agent's just so good. Like,
We'll cut the Sphinx.
yeah.
Okay.
And I might actually cut Asperia the Inscrutable. There's not a ton of flying creatures that we actually want to tutor for.
Okay. So cut that. So we're now at 109. Let's see.
Muffins, you forget that we can get... I mean, we're not taking a ton of advantage of it, but we can trigger it from... we can trigger its ability from getting other cards off of Inniaz.
I thought you were going to talk about Muffins being like the new casual level CDH podcast.
I mean, we can. If we want to start one of those.
Let's do it. Let's just call Tundras like casual. You don't play Tundra Man? It's one. It's two bands.
I play one of the people I play with in paper plays like old school Magic, and so he like has like dual lands and stuff. It's just like, oh, that's casual Badlands. Just...
Okay. 9 cuts left. We can do that. No.
I would cut the Bronze Bombshell.
Okay. I just realized I could control F. Whoa, what's happening? Stop it. Okay, cool. Bronze Bombshell, cut. Okay, we have now...
Do we still have Mirror Wave in here?
Mirror Wave. Yes, we do. We can cut that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was kind of contingent on the other. It's just a casual volcanic island in my cephalid tribal deck.
Exactly.
That's the kind of energy I want to have as a Magic player. Like, if I go to events, people are like, oh my god, Chase, like, I love that you're such a casual content creator, and I just whip out, like, my insane mana base in the most useless form of a deck I own. It's like, this is my dog tribal deck. It has all fetches in there.
Because they're dogs, they have to fetch.
Oh my god, that would be my justification. Perfect. It just works perfectly. We got 7 cards left to cut. Also, you're making these cuts so much easier, because usually I have to whine while chat is like, just
tells
make
you what to do.
Yeah, and I complain because I'm like, I don't want to cut. This sucks. So I'm like, why can't we have a 200 card format and I can do battle wits? So cool. What else do we cut? Should we cut one of the tutors? Because we have Idyllic and Enlightened, I think.
The tutors are so good, though.
Okay.
If we cut one, I'd cut Idyllic, just because we can get less stuff with it. But, I mean, look at our enchantments. We've got...
Yeah, let me see. Going towards our enchantments, we have 10 now? What about Confounding Conundrum? Do we still want to do that?
I love that card.
Okay.
I
Island
think it's
Sanctuary,
really good.
Ghostly Prison, 9 Lives, Illusions of Grandeur, Reconnaissance, Smothering Ties, Statecraft. I'm feeling good about all our enchantments. I think we have a lot of sorceries and instants, and that could be shaved.
Yeah,
possibly.
Let's look at our sorceries real quick. So we've got our wipes. So we've got Win, Donate, Idyllic, Battle Screech.
Maybe Battle Screech, but...
Battle Screech makes tokens.
It does make tokens. So does Migratory Route, Time White. Maybe Descend Upon... No, but it's Mass Exile. And I like Mass Exile. Maybe Undo. Really Undo, I was thinking. No, but it's all non-land permanents. Hold on. Wrath of God.
Yeah, Wrath of God is... Like, it's just the basic version, so... Yeah, I would cut that one.
Because, like, look at this. We got Winds of Abandon. We have Supreme Verdict, Wrath of God, Time Wipe, Descend Upon the Sinful. We have a lot of, actually, board wipes in here. So,
Yeah,
Wrath of God, I think, would be a good, reasonable cut. Yeah, Muffin said that's a lot of wraths. Because I like the Undo one because it's non-land permanent. So that's enchantments, that's artifacts, which can be a really big pain.
Yeah, it can be a land too.
And so it's versatile. That's what versatility is. Instance, Enlightened Tutor. Path, Swan Song, Swords. I'm going to be extremely honest here. Might be a super unpopular opinion, but I wasn't a fan of adding in the counter spells.
I think a couple counter spells are good.
Okay.
If you want to cut one, I would probably just cut regular counter spell. The opens veto, just like it just gets them because they can't counter it in response.
Yeah. Plus we have to keep in Swan Song because it makes a bird.
Yeah, exactly. It's on theme.
It's on theme. Birds. Bird bounce. No, bird. Oh, why did I think trade started with a B? It was gonna be bird trade.
Bird
breed. Someone said take out settle. You have enough board wipes. I would agree with maybe taking out settle.
Yeah, I would take out settle.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now we are at a cool crisp 104.
Substitution you could probably cut. It's good, but it's not like great.
Okay, we can cut that, and I think I would feel comfortable with the amount we have there. And now after that, we would have only 3 cards left to cut. This is the.
And if you want to cut a token maker, cut Depose Deploy.
Let's see what Depose Deploy does. Okay, hold on, I gotta rotate it. Create tap target creature, draw a card, create 2, and then gain 1. Deploy though. I like the gain a life thing, but
yeah, it's not gonna be a ton of life.
Okay.
I just liked it because you could have Inniaz out and not have any tokens, and then have that instant speed, make tokens and swing.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable cutting that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. 2 cards left. This is the smoothest cuts I've ever gone. I think chat would agree. This is the smoothest we've been making cuts, which I like that a lot actually. How did we go back down to 36 lands? What did I do?
I think we had one of the double face cards in lands.
No, it auto moved to sorcery. Oh wait, if I go to lands. Is it in here? Yeah, okay, yeah, I see why. It counts as a land on our land slot, but when we go out, it has us at 36 lands. So we might have to flip that because our curve is it's at its chunkiest at 3, but then following close behind is 4. So I'm gonna cut this, move it over here so it can show right. So we technically have 36 lands. So we're gonna have to technically cut 3 cards in order to get a land. Muffin says cut a land, and they do that every time, and I will say no, even though I've cut lands before. We're not doing in this case.
If we have to cut a low drop, cut Pride of the Clouds. Skycat Sovereign is just better.
What do you think about Geist?
Geist, we don't have a ton of ways to make it unblockable, and it's just a 2/2.
So maybe cutting Geist?
I would cut Geist.
Okay.
Cut Pride of the Clouds.
Okay. And then we have to just cut 1 more to add another land. Geist of Satan Traft, which Cass has a wonderful deck of Geist. It's actually pretty sick.
It's a good card.
Yes, it is. Okay, let's cut 1 more card, and then we can pop in another land. So I feel good about our creatures. I feel good about our instants now. Our sorceries are very much board wipe based, but I'm not mad about that. How do you feel about the Ameria's Call? Because that CMC is...
Yeah, it's a 7 CMC spell to make... It's not a great spell. It makes angels, but that's all it really does. I only really included it because it does make flyers, and it is a land anyways. I would feel comfortable keeping it in and just pretend counting it as a land.
Okay.
Because it enters untapped, unlike Ondu Inversion.
Yeah. So we can have it technically we have 38 lands because of Ameria's Call and Ondu Inversion. I do foresee this being an issue with deck building in the future for other individuals because you know, is it a land or is it a board wipe, and how that CMC affects your mana curve, and you know, I think that'd be kind of it. Yeah, I think that would be the only issue going forward for deck building for other people. But
yeah, well, other people are dumb and I'm not, so.
My God. I'm gonna see if in post I'm gonna just bleep all that out. Someone said the what is it, the angel
Parhelion. That's such a dumb name for a card.
It makes me think of Evangelion. I don't know why. It's just,
I mean, it's because of the original Parhelion got destroyed during Dissension. And so this one has to be Parhelion 2, but it's such a bad name.
They're like, alrighty guys, we're going back here. We're having this big storyline, this big arc in our storyline. We have this thing coming back. What are we gonna name it? Angel Avenger. Sky Beast.
What if we named it Parhelion 2?
I love
like
it.
The same one, but the we'll put a number after it.
I love it. That's fantastic.
Okay, can I drive?
He's like the one person who works there who thinks magic is real. I like it.
Oh, I thought we were talking about like the in story.
No, I meant I have, oh god, I have tears in my eyes. Yeah. So do you want to have Parhelion 2 or do you want to do the other card?
The other card's better just because it is. We're usually counting on it to be a land.
Mm-hmm.
Parhelion 2 is just like it's
Parhelion 2, baby.
It sure is a magic card.
That sure is, Billy. Yeah. Okay. Let me check to see where we are at with number of cards. We are at exactly 100. So
yeah.
How do you feel, ALK? Are you feeling good about this piece? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you want to change anything? Same thing goes for chat.
I like it. I would like to, you know, take this deck out for a spin, see how it plays.
Like the Parhelion too.
Then make changes.
Uh-huh.
I think, you know, I think it's solidly at a 6 power level. I don't think you can really get that much higher with Inniaz.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, in a game where you can do the flying thing, you can hit some people a few times and get some damage in. You can give them some nasty stuff. I would enjoy having this deck out.
Lovely. I'm gonna go back in the video, and I'm actually gonna, you know how like how like some websites have like testimonials, like client testimonials. I'm gonna have your quote, and it's gonna be in italics. It's gonna say, this deck is beautiful and I would love to see it at my commander table. I'm gonna make that be like a 5-star review for this deck that you built with me. It's gonna happen. Peter, we're making it happen. Okay? So, the lovely individuals in chat, we are now complete with this deck list. It is no longer going to be Pancake Chocolate Stack 69, which is actually a pretty cohesive name for Scryfall. They're never that related. So, ALK and the lovely people in chat, it's time for my favorite part of the stream where we come up with a name for this deck. So let's go ahead and brew up some names while I made chat on stream on 9/22/2020. Yoink, yoink. Okay, so names. Let's get some names going.
Inniaz is a genie, so maybe something like be careful what you wish for. Although no, then we'd have to like run a wish.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna say Inniaz is a jerk, and I was like, I can't put that as a as a title for the deck. Chat, I believe in you. I remember somebody early, like in the first 2 minutes of the stream, was like, I got a name for this deck. Gale Force Winds.
I do like Gale Force Winds.
Damn bird stole my sanity.
Angel bus. Mark, what can I drive the Perfume?
He's like, I have the keys for it. You can't. It's mine. Damn bird stole my sandwich.
I like Bird Law. That was a good
Bird Law.
Sunny reference that Dead Javelina placed in the chat earlier.
That's a reference to something?
It's from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay, hold on, give me
Law.
10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds. I gotta... I'm trying to do something stupid. No! And I gotta sneeze! Oh no! I tried to mute my mic and it didn't mute. Oh, I failed you, chat. I'm sorry. Okay, give me 10 seconds to try and do the thing I was gonna do, but I was just a failure at it. I'll have to cut this from the VOD, but like, it's whatever. It's not at the end of the world. Okay. Bird Law. Everyone just gets to see what my YouTube search. That's a 2-minute skit. Wait, Bird Law in this country is not is that it?
Yeah, just Bird Law in this country is not.
Hold on, okay.
No, that's a good one, yeah.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me turn off my music. I'm definitely gonna have to cut this from the VOD, but it's fine. I don't mind. Okay, I'm gonna turn the volume up. And people are gonna hear.
Dude, it
says the guy who knows nothing about the law.
I can absolutely keep a hummingbird as a pet, bro. It's no different than having a parrot or a parakeet. It's a bird, bro.
You really can't? And I'm not saying I agree with it. It's just that bird law in this country, it's not governed by reason.
There's no such thing as bird law.
Yes, there is.
You know what? I'm gonna get a hummingbird and I'll show you.
You guys, I have huge news.
Hummingbirds are a legal tender.
I'm gonna get one.
Cannot.
I'm gonna, despite you, I'm gonna get one.
Hello?
Where are we with gulls?
You guys.
You can keep a gull as a pet. But you don't want to live with a seabird, okay? Because the noise level alone on those things. I mean, have you ever heard a gull up close? It's gonna blast your eardrums out,
You guys,
dude.
I'm serious. I have huge news here.
The principle is that you.
Okay. I like that. I think we should call it Bird Law. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me go back over here. Yoink. Okay. How does everyone here feel about Bird Law? And the theme of the flavor in the name of that is that or someone said, okay, Muffin said according to Bird Law.
According to Bird Law.
According to Bird Law. And the way we can kind of make it flavorful is like, according to Bird Law, you can't have that thing, so I'm gonna exchange my thing with you, you know? Or am I just according to Bird Law? I can guarantee Peter's gonna look at this title and be like, what the hell are you doing? I like it. Where are we on goals? I don't watch That's Always Sunny, so these references are lost on me. You should watch it. They're lost on me, but according to Bird Law, sharing is caring. Give me that. Okay, so we're gonna go with Bird Law. Chat seems to be in harmony about that name. So according to Bird Law, is the name of this deck, and it will also be the title of this week's TCG Player article called Bird. According to Bird Law. So, oh my god. Okay. Blah. Okay, so I think we are done with the stream. So, ALK, why don't you, since you are a lovely guest who gave us this wonderful inspiration for this deck, plug away, do your cool outro plug stuffs.
Oh, thank you. I am ALK Alters. I am posting my link tree in the chat. I do pretty digital magic altars on the internet. I post them on my Twitter and directly to my Instagram, which is solely a gallery for my altars. My Twitter also has pictures of my cat and my unsolicited opinions, both political and otherwise. I also do some improv stuff. There's some videos you can see there. And I also appear on this channel on Sundays to play EDH. So that is all my stuff.
Wonderful. Okay, so lovely people, my name is Chase, also known as Mana Curves. You can find me Mana Curves everywhere, be it Indeed, LinkedIn, MySpace, Squarespace, Foursquare, Teespring, Twitter. Just naming websites off the top of my head. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop some links in chat. That is my Twitter where I post stuff. That is also my link tree. If I could do the command correctly, there is my link tree, which has links to my YouTube channel where I upload all of these video to archive. Links to Amazon wishlist if you're feeling like you want to give me a cool gift or anything. And also my tip jar, and I'm also going to drop a link to the tip jar. Normally that is for donations towards my computer. However, we reached the goal to get myself a brand new computer to build, and I'm very thankful for that because my computer is crappy and makes it hard to stream or do things. And it's thanks to all of you guys who donated in chat, but it's also thanks to a really wonderfully big donation by the people at Brainstorm Brewery, which is a wonderful little podcast run by a friend of mine named Jason, so you should definitely check them out. That's what that little brain logo is down there, because I forgot to put it down at the bottom of my chat, so you should check it out. Then let's see, I also have a Patreon, which I'm going to be revamping soon with the help of a friend, and I also have a Discord, which is indeed open to the public, and is a great way to just interact and chat. We actually just added 2 voice chats in the Discord for Among Us, which is a wonderful game that I love playing. It's really cool. You should definitely check out Among Us. I'm also sponsored by the wonderful folks at TCG Player and the wonderful folks at Ultra Pro. I do giveaways with Ultra Pro pretty frequently, so keep an eye out for those in the future, because I think I'm going to be getting some more stuff in from Zendikar. And use that link given in there in chat for TCG Player to buy cards, because that link supports me. I also write articles for TCG Player, and it's about this particular stream right here, and the articles come out every Sunday on TCG Player's website. So if you give me just 10 seconds, I'm going to pull up my Patreon info so I can shout out the lovely people at my Patreon. I have 4 tiers on my Patreon. The first 2 are the same, and the final 2 are the same. They're just, the benefits are the same, but they're just different prices to just kind of show extra support if you can. And if you can't, that's no big deal too. I just like having your lovely names and faces in chat because it brings a smile to my face, and it's also really fun because I have friends, because y'all are my friends and I love you. So my patrons. For Click and Glen Legend tier patrons, shout out to oh, that's a new one. I have to message the new one. Hello, Triad Gamers. Thank you for becoming a patron. Triad Gamers, Adriel Beauchamp, Renan6, Austin Helgeson, Eric Rotseth, Eric Hoff, ALK Alters. What? Sam6, Katie, Carlton Parsons, and Douglas Whitaker. Thanks you all so much for being Click and Glen Legend tier patrons. And even though I'm word vomiting a crap ton, the first 2 tiers are Noble and Groundling tier. Groundling is $1 a month, Noble tier is $3 a month. You just get a one-time shout out the month you become a patron, as well as exclusive Discord content. It's just a way to show support. And Click and Glen Legend tier patrons are $5 and $10 a month. You get a signed token of me done by Inkling Customs, and you also get exclusive Discord content, and a shout out every time I stream, and it's just a wonderful way to show support. So yes. Thanks you guys so very much for joining me. This is going to be actually super interesting to write about, because I was actually really scared to do this deck, and I'm actually really excited to see where this goes, and I will definitely be asking ALK for help writing this. So you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow for paper play. So bye!
Bye.